Remember to please follow all OSHA safety protocols and refer to your shop foreman if an accident does occur.
Warning: no bitch mittens were used in the production of today's video. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ow! Sharp metal.
You just cut yourself again.
Oh. Yeah. Ow, that hurt. Alright, I'm out here working on the Buick again, trying to figure out the ABS light. And on the paperwork that they had that from back in like October, November, December, I don't know, what is that? 5-6 months ago, they had this at Canadian Tire because the ABS light was on, right? Canadian Tire inspected the wiring harness. You know, they put all brand new wheel bearings in, and they inspected the wiring harness, and they didn't find any issues. I took 2 seconds of looking, and I found this. I unplugged it already, but look. The wire, right there, it's not even connected. Oh, the harness is fine. We didn't see any problem. Yeah, Canadian Tire. Don't take your freaking car to Canadian Tire. Oh my God. It took 2 seconds of me looking for it. Also, look at the wiring harness. It's all they got electrical tape covering it. So someone's obviously been in here screwing around. It's probably been repaired once before. It's literally like $20 to buy a new wiring harness for the ABS. So, unacceptable, Canadian Tire. That is... I'm not even a mechanic. Like, come on. And look the wire is actually corroded on the end. I don't know if you can see it with the camera. Look how corroded that end of it is. So it's been disconnected for a while. So my neighbor Tim had some wire and a new connector, and we wired it up, and it turned the light off. So no more ABS light. And it doesn't need a $600 ABS module. Well, we got quite a bit done today, actually, and I didn't even do much, so that's pretty good. Alright, so I've been hammering away at this. So this is like the outer skin that's all peeling up here. So I can put a patch on this, and the pinch weld's kind of missing here, so I have an idea for that. But like if you go back here, the inner structure here, like it's solid. So I'll be able to fix up this outer layer and probably make a new pinch weld here. And now over further back, it's still very solid. So this is the only spot on the driver's side that I have to fix, on the very front part here. Alright, so I've been thinking about this rust repair here, and I have this piece of angle iron, and I'm thinking, because this back here, the inner structure of the rocker is back here. This is the inner structure here. It's rusty, but it's still solid. So if I put this in here like that, I'd have to do a little bit more work here, but if I can get that in there, and then I'll have something to weld to, you know? So this is my plan here. This is what I'm planning on doing here. something like this to get a pinch weld that's strong enough to, because back here it's solid enough, you know. So if I could just clear out this area right here, I could slide this in between the two layers. I might just cut the slit right here, so I could slide this up through here like this, and that would make a nice pinch weld. And then the inside here is pretty solid still. Or flat. Maybe I'll tack it into place. I don't know. Let me fix this lip a bit more. I gotta get a hammer and dolly just to flatten this out a bit. If I can even. It's so hard and awkward to get. That's gonna be really thick too, right there. That's gonna be good for. If this actually gets welded in solid, it's actually gonna be really good to lift the car like that. That's what I'm thinking. Weld that in there like this, and then weld a patch that bends down here, and then I can have spot welds to weld into here. And I have to have something for the fender to bolt to right here. The fender bolts to the pinch weld. It sticks down a little bit too far, but I could probably grind that. Because that's solid metal right there. That's not rusty, just surface rust. And this is just an outside skin. I gotta get a wire brush and a cutoff disc, and then go to town on this first before I do anything. I think get rid of this outer skin. I think I still have I have an air power cutoff disc. I think it's a lot smaller and more controllable. I don't really like using the big electric grinder for stuff like that, so I'll probably use my air power cutoff wheel, and I don't know, trim it right before this lip right here maybe, and then just go up and over. I'm trying to get some work done because it's supposed to rain all weekend, so that's what I'm dealing with here. I'm going to weld the bottom of the angle iron to this solid steel piece here. Right here. If I can get the camera. It's very hard to do when I'm working underneath the car with the camera. So I gotta peel out this outer layer, has to be cut back. I'm gonna grind this down here. I do not have any weld through primer, and I refuse to pay like the $45 it is for a can. So I'll probably just spray some rust paint on areas that I'm not going to be welding, just to cover up this whatever the wire brush can't get off. But yeah, this is my plan here. It's already got some holes in it, so I can just use some plug welds there too if I wanted to. And look at that, it goes right to the end. right there. That'll be a perfect lip, and then I can weld on the back side. I can probably fill in. This is part of the floor of the car. I can just probably get a weld in a top of tacks along there and then seam seal it. And then I think that I'll have to make a little small piece right here, but I'll do that last. I think it's not too bad. I think I can. I haven't done a lot of metal work in a very long time, so, and working outside in the cold and everything. It's after 9 years of working on the assembly line, my hands are freaking sore. So we'll see how this goes. I'd like to use the air-powered one. Get more control out of it. It's not a very good spot to be laying. You guys must love having lifts in your shop, eh? This is what I'm getting at here. If it'll focus. Might be dirty lens. Hold on. That better? Just peeling out this outside layer, and I'm going to weld a patch in. Try to grind that down and spray some rust converter on it or something. But I got to cut. You can't really see it from this angle. Yeah, I got to cut all the way across. So I'll see if I can. I might have to take this door off. I don't want to. This is too rusty to weld to, so I'm going to have to go up a bit higher. There's a spot weld right there. See, this door is in the way. Ah, there we go. There we go. There. Now all I gotta do is take out these two bolts, and then there's one on the top, and the door will come off. There. 3 bolts and the electrical connection, and the door comes off. Now I just gotta find a spot to put it. Alright, now I can get back to cutting this out. See the spot welds here? That's just welded on like that. should just continue that right across, or what? There's a hole here for the ease, for how easy, just to making the patch easier. I might just do that. Working outdoors when it's really cold out with air tools, that really gets cold. So now I can just weld a square, bend it, and then bend it again. I wish I had a metal brake. That would make so much easier. I might have to come up with something to do that. Wonder if I cut another piece of angle iron up and just use the flat part of it. That would actually be almost the perfect size, because it's really thick. So I have to spray it some rust paint. I don't have any rust reformer, so soak it in there. I just gotta, once that dries, wherever I have to weld, I'll just go back over it, you know, get rid of the paint. But for now, I don't think I'm going to be welding today, so I don't know if I'm going to be... I might as well just cover it all up for now. I don't know when I'm going to be welding this. So that's where I am right now. Just covering up the rusty metal with some rust paint, and then yeah, like I said, I'll just grind down the areas that I have to weld, but I don't know if I'm going to be getting to welding today. I still got to make a patch and everything. I was thinking, because this is actually supposed to be thick like this, so I can weld this patch in here, and then this I can weld up here like that. And that other piece of angle iron is just thick enough. So that'll make it super strong. Also, this this shopping cart that I used for the that I put the welder in and stuff, I put some vice grips and stuff on it, and it actually makes a great little bench for stuff for cutting and grinding, and it's portable. I might actually modify this thing eventually to you know, maybe make it a little bit better than this. Okay, so check this out, guys. I added another piece of angle iron. Okay, obviously it's not tall enough to fill the whole gap here, but this is super strong, and it'll be able to tie in to the other piece of angle iron that I'm putting in for the pinch weld. So I'll be able to weld right along here. I'll be able to put some plug welds in when I put the the outer layer over top of it, and this is going to be like, because this angle iron is actually almost the same, it's a bit thicker actually than the steel used on the inner layers of the rocker, but it's actually, it is coming together really well. I was like, what the hell am I going to do here? But that actually looks really good. I mean, for me anyway. But yeah, I might, depending on what time it is and what I think it's gonna rain, and I have to get Henry from school soon. So I don't know. I might just I might try to tack that in. I don't know yet. But it goes to show you these old metal bed frames that you can get for free sometimes. I mean, the angle iron is actually, it's worth taking it just for scrap to have around the shop, because I got this for free on Marketplace. It was one of those old metal bed frames, and it's got, you know, it's a good source of free angle iron, and this is actually going to work out pretty well, I hope. I just got to make sure my welder is up to par, because it's been giving me problems. So I'm just gonna spray. I sprayed the parts where they're gonna be inside of those, like where they're not gonna be able to access them, with some something that identifies as weld through primer. So hopefully I don't foresee that being a problem. I mean, it might burn off a little bit, but gives us some protection anyway, hopefully. As long as I can get another, like, you know, if I can get 3 or 4 more years out of this car. I got 5 years out of that one, and that one's in way worse shape, so. Let's see if this welder works. God, this welder's a piece of shit. The odd time, this will actually get a good weld. Most of the time it's user error. There we go. Instead of tacking it, I just fully welded it. Once the welder started working properly, it looks like it didn't turn out too bad. When you're welding the thicker stuff, you can weld beads like that. That didn't take long, is it? It's only like 1:30 still? Hopefully. 2.
It's 2?
It's 2 o'clock?
2 to 2.
Oh.
2 to 2. So 2 o'clock.
I have to leave at 2:30, so I probably should clean up.
It's tacked in place, so.
That one is. Yeah. Ow! Sharp metal.
You just cut yourself again.
Oh. Yeah. Ow, that hurt. Another Band-Aid. I need another Band-Aid. I hate welding upside down too. Oh, this is gonna suck. So I got this welded in. It's in the garage. Got this welded in. The welds on the bottom aren't the greatest because of, well, I'm not a good welder and my welder's broken. And, but that all gets covered up. I'm just going to grind it down a little bit more, make it a little bit nicer looking. This all gets covered up from the outer layer that goes on. But that's super strong now. I'm just going to, I don't know, see if I can fill this with a bit of weld here. But yeah, that's turned out really good. There we go, welded in. Don't worry about that little hole there, that's okay. And don't worry about this little hole here, that's okay. This all gets covered up as long as it's super strong, which it will be. They can they'll be able to jack the car up there if they have to. So I got the outside of it done. Yeah, I'm done for the day now.